So I want to make a video response. Haven't done one of these in a while. Used to do a lot back in the day. I guess I'll do even less in the future once YouTube rolls their creator-on-creator harassment policies. And Rageaholic is going to say, "Oh my God, this Romanian is harassing me. Make him go away." Yeah, I'm not convinced that Rageaholic is not Sticks and Hammer. If anyone saw them both in the same room, let me know. He made a video, very interesting. And he points out how he was looking for a viral video called The Young Turks Election Meltdown, which is made by a YouTuber by the name of Dame Pesos. The video has 6 million views. So by any definition, it's a viral video. And if you go to Rageaholic and you go to exploring the YouTube memory hole, he shows how he is looking for this video by the title, and the YouTube algorithm not only doesn't show it, but it promotes a video from ABC News, which has 401,000 views, so far less than the 4 million views that we're talking about. And it actually shows the opposite. It shows Cenk Uygur giving an interview and saying Donald Trump will win. So it shows that, oh, see, the Young Turks, they're so politically savvy that they can predict the future like I can on my channel, you know? So, big issue. But here's the interesting part. If I go on the Young Turks Election Meltdown and I click enter, the video from Dame Pesos is actually the third result. And I tried this on different browsers. I tried logging in, logging off of my account, and I did not get the search results that the Rageaholic managed to get, which makes me suspect 3 things. Number one, Rageaholic is talking out of his ass, which I doubt. I don't think this is the case. I'm just saying that it's a possibility. I don't think he would do anything like this and risk his integrity. Number two, the people at YouTube fixed this. You know, they noticed that this is the controversy and they decided to fix it. I doubt this is the case as well, because like what? This video was released in 10 hours. A big corporation like YouTube requires a big time in order to fix something like this. And I also don't think they would care. Number 3, and this is the most important bit, it only affects the United States. It's regional locked. And I think this is the thing. I think different countries get to see different search results, and someone else actually made a list to see videos that are trending on YouTube, and they found out that people like PewDiePie, for example, trends differently in different places of the world. And they also find that corporations like ABC News, for instance, get to trend with less videos, with less views per video. So for example, you can get in the search results a video from a corporation that has like 10,000 views and is going to be trending. Meanwhile, you can have a YouTuber like PewDiePie having 4 million views per video, and that's not going to be trending. So, in my opinion, what this does, Rageaholic thinks it's censorship. I think it's more than that. I think they try to manipulate the public perspective on what's popular and what isn't. There is a big market for popularity. You know, brands want their product to be viewed as popular by the public because people are more likely to buy and consume something that they think is popular. So you can have a company like Blizzard, for example, putting out a video about Diablo on mobile, and it gets massively downvoted, and YouTube will just remove some of the downvotes. This actually has happened. You can get a channel that is barely started, like that black girl living in a van with a pet snake, and she releases 3 videos, and they immediately get like 8 million views, and you know, she's got like a plethora of subscribers, just unreasonably high, which makes people believe that this is artificial. So what this does is that YouTube can now sell a product where if you're a corporation, you can, I assume you pay the money or something, like I don't know how it works, but they will make your product seem popular. And they can also make politicians seem more popular than they are. Or in the case of Tulsi Gabbard, they can just demonetize her, you know, when she's doing a campaign. So like all these changes, all these things is all about power and control over the public impression, over the way the public thinks. This is my assumption, and it seems to differ from country to country. For example, Google admitted to manipulate the search results when it was about the Irish referendum for abortions, for pro-choice and pro-life. So you know, it's not like it hasn't been done before, or that YouTube never acknowledged of doing these things. So yeah, I mean, you know, YouTube is a private company and they can do these things, but there should be transparency. You know, instead of trending, it should say YouTube recommends. Instead of like, when people search for things, they expect that the algorithm actually tries to find the things that they're looking for. Instead, YouTube is, and CEO Susan Wojcicki talked about this, they have this machine learning fairness, right? AI fairness. And AI fairness, for example, recently activists complained to Google that when you search for lesbians on Google, you used to find a lot of porn, which I assume this is what a lot of people were searching for when they went for lesbians, which is why the algorithm was giving people what they thought the algorithm thought people like. But because the activists complained, Google changed the search results, and all of a sudden you don't find porn when you search for lesbians, right? So it's artificially, it's not like people are looking for it. No, it's what YouTube wants you to look for. Another perfect example about this, and with this I'll wrap up the video, is when the Captain Marvel movie came out. YouTube changed the algorithm in order to protect Captain Marvel from criticism. And it's like, why does a corporation like YouTube care about another corporation like Disney? Haha. Why do they care about the mouse? You know? So what if people don't like a movie? So what if people criticize a movie? What? But no, they stepped in, and all of a sudden you had like reviews and commentary from people that had millions of views, and you couldn't find them in the search engine, but like a commentary from an authoritative source like MSNBC or ABC that had like 20,000 views were now the ones on the top. So, you know, like this type of, and they admitted it, like it's not hidden, it's not a conspiracy. They legitimately say that they mess with the algorithm. And again, like the purpose of this is to create, like, it's about making money. You know, like if YouTube can have like a couple of actors that all of a sudden are considered to be popular by people, like, you know, that black lady with living in a van with a pet snake. If people perceive her to be like the most popular YouTuber, like if you look at the YouTube Rewind and you get Will Smith, and you get these people that are manufactured, then there is no more controversy. You know, you don't have like PewDiePie, the face of YouTube, cracking the N-word and risking the damage for the company, and having advertisers to pull out because Wall Street Journal wrote an article. No, now you have actors that say what they need to say. They do the script that they need to do. People think that it's legitimate. People legitimately think that they're popular and they get views. And you know, like companies that want to advertise on YouTube can have their critics suppressed, can have their product promoted. And this is what the business is about. It's all about manufacturing the illusion of popularity, about selling products, and about setting away from criticism. As for politics, yeah, multinational corporations, they're all for cheap labor. They're all for not being investigated by the government. They're all for less regulations. You know, like corporations, like multinational corporations, what I find fascinating about them is that while they talk about diversity a lot, and they talk about how they want to, you know, be progressive and have transgender bathrooms. So socially, they are very far to the left. But economically, they are conservative as hell. Like, they're incredibly conservative when it comes to economy. And yeah, I mean, of course, corporations want to have political power into making sure that the people that get elected are going to then, pass the legislations that they want. Like whenever YouTube wants a legislation passed, well, if they manage to have like some influence in government, they can use it. And it's not just YouTube; it's all corporations. Like for example, when Article 11 and 13 was being discussed in Europe, Google didn't like it. So like Google would have wanted, for example, to have some influence and have people like vote in a different way. It's just one example. So yeah, I mean that's what I make about this. I think it's region-based Rageaholic. It's very interesting that in my country it doesn't appear. Let me know what you think, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys in the next